because if that does happen, the message to Walker's, hey, man, you're still a really important part of this team. We're still going to need you. Like, you have to be like you're preparing to start every single week because we're going to need you at some point.
So to me, the only negatives yesterday, the penalties, 8 penalties once again. And again, I didn't love the refs and the officiating, but you still want to be able to clean that up before you play really good teams.
Yeah.
And then Bashal Tutin's fumble. Those are really the only things that I can point to say that, because Liam kept saying we got to clean stuff up in the post game. I'm like, there wasn't that much to me to clean up. Yeah, no,
the false starts got to stop. I think we had 2 of those. McCary had 1, I know. The fumble on Tootin, Grover Stewart made a phenomenal play. I don't know if you watched that. Yeah. McCary tried to cut block him. He, perfect way to cut block, defend the cut block. You use your hands, you push him down to the ground, keep your feet alive, and then kind of shuffle. And then he did that and then made the hit. And then the ball came out. Look, Tootin's got to do a better job holding on. Wet, we understand. You got to factor that in. But, it didn't damage us too bad.
No.
Overall. But, yeah, the penalties that kill you are the ones that hurt you from scoring. Like, you're not mad at Jacoby Myers, but you want to say, hey, Jacoby, let's just make sure next time that we run a route. And I know he's trying. And, by the way, he was pretty close. It wasn't like he went up and blocked him. He kind of turned his back on it, but you could tell he's trying to pick. He just it can't look like a pick.
Yeah.
It can be a pick, and just the mere fact that you get in his way, you don't have to hit him to get in his way. You just want to make sure he doesn't have a clear path to the receiver. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if I got to make you bounce out and then try to catch up ground, I've done my job. I don't have to necessarily make contact with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And yeah, that's certainly something that goes in the
it's hard to do, trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Because here comes the defender, here comes you, okay, when do I get out of his way?
There was a game at Everbank Stadium early in this season that we all thought it was a pick play, and the team scored against the Jags. Chiefs, yes.
Yeah,
that's
Chiefs
exactly. That's right.
It was in 1 yard, the 1 yard crap call, or whatever
exactly
that was.
What it was. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've seen it called or not called against the Jags, and then now Jacoby gets called for it.
Yeah. I get the call. I do get the penalty. You got to just do a better job at setting that. That getting in that. You want to be more interference than pick. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think overall, like Liam said, all 3 phases. This might have been the most complete game. I guess the Titans you could point to, certainly another complete game. But yesterday to me did feel like the most complete game that this team has played.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, you go back to we get the interception, we score, they score, we score.
Yep.
So our offense is doing what? Complementing our defense. Our defense did a good job because they gave up the score, but you can't hold that against them.
Sure.
It's personal. You're just like, okay, we got you. We're going to go down and get ahead, and don't let that happen anymore, that type of thing. Or when you turn the ball over and you force the other team to punt in 3 or 4 plays or something like that. Or you turn the ball over on downs and your defense holds them to a field goal. Mm-hmm. That's complimentary football, and they did it yesterday.
They absolutely did. All right, we've got Tom's takeaways when we return. And, oh, by the way, I wanted to say, too, good to have Eric Murray back, Trevon Walker, and Eric Armstead.
Absolutely.
All 3 of those guys on defense. I think you saw some of the benefits of those guys being back. And I think people were concerned that Dewey wasn't going to be able to play Andrew Wingard with Tyler Warren out there, but the defense did a good job.
And listen, we can't go any further. We don't give him enough credit, but Foye Oluwakin had a monster game.
We almost,
he's
forget
so
to
good.
mention him because he's
always making plays.
He's consistently great every week.
Yeah, he's really good, man. He made a lot of good plays yesterday.
And he brings a ton of energy too. Just
absolutely,
he's a veteran.
No doubt.
For sure. And Greg Newsome getting the interception, that was
the 50-50 ball.
Yeah, the 50-50 ball. Yeah, it's Tom Takeaways are next. You're listening to Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday on 10 to Nix on 92.5 FM.
Helmets and Heels.
Bought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Helmets and Heels.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. The local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Do you like winning? Well, I sure do. This former Jaguar linebacker, Tom McManus, and I'm excited to introduce you to J-Dog, junk removal and hauling of Greater Jacksonville. Hey, if you're a property manager, contractor, builder, realtor, or homeowner, get that feeling of success with less stress. I've used them, my friends have used them, and you can get your free junk removal and hauling estimate today. Now, I call that a victory. Veteran-owned and operated J-Dog, junk removal and hauling. Call 506-1256 because we haul it all.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Trevor Lawrence reigned pain against the Colts on Sunday. The Golden One recorded 244 yards on 17 of 30 passing and added 2 touchdowns in what was a dazzling performance. The kid shined bright despite the conditions, and he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
This holiday season, Universal Roof and Contracting is making it easy to check roof repairs off your list. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through December 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home and building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community. And now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
Need some extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach is always looking to buy guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and you know it, gold. Get cash today at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Are you ready? The Jaguars are back at home for the second straight week. Join us at Everbank Stadium Sunday, December 14th, when your Jags take on the New York Jets in our Inspire Change game, celebrating social justice and community impact. Kickoff is at 1 p.m., so bring the energy, bring the noise, and be part of something bigger than the game. Don't wait. Lock in your seats now at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Tom McManus, RJ Saunders, I'm Lauren Brooks. Taylor Dahl has the day off. She'll be back with us tomorrow. Well, the hits just keep on coming for the Indianapolis Colts. We already knew that Daniel Jones is going to have surgery for that Achilles injury that he suffered yesterday. But now Riley Leonard is also dealing with a knee injury that leaves his status for Sunday's game at Seattle uncertain.
Oh, jeez.
So I am not sure what the Colts are going to do as far as acquiring another quarterback. I don't believe Anthony Richardson is going to play against the Seahawks, and so they need a quarterback in general, I think, to back up Riley Leonard, if Riley Leonard can even play.
No, I know. Jeez, that's tough. I think I heard Ripien Jr.'s their practice squad QB. I thought I heard that on the broadcast, but nonetheless, hey man, it's a cruel sport. We are just talking about it during the break, watching Daniel Jones go down. He's got the fractured fibula in one leg and then the Achilles in the it's cruel. It's just a tough sport, and these things happen, unfortunately. I tell you what, if you're the Colts, the players, you got to rely on that O-line and D-line. You have to. You can't. That's the only thing you can do is try to be better up front, because if not, you're going to have Seattle they're on fire, and you got to play them. You're not going to probably win that game. I don't know. They got a tough schedule. They may fall out. You just never know what can happen.
I mean, that's why we went through the schedules last week of the Colts and the Texans and the Jags, obviously, because it did feel like what we kind of thought was about to happen was going to, that the Jaguars were going to get after Daniel Jones, not necessarily ruin a season, but it was a non-contact injury, so it's not the Jags' fault. Right. And the turf, or the field, I should say, was in great condition yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
We talked about that. You saw it, obviously, up close and personal.
Yep.
And so that we expected, though, the Jags to get after Daniel Jones, and because of the Colts' schedule, the Colts were going to fall out of first place in the AFC South. Well, the Jags already had first place, but they had the same record.
Right.
And we expected this, and then, down the stretch, I don't think the Colts are going to make the postseason, even with Daniel Jones, is what I thought last week.
Yep.
Now without him, it does look, and now potentially even without Riley Leonard, the situation looks bleak.
Yep.
Yeah, and I also saw Charvarius Ward is also one of the cornerbacks for the Colts, is also in concussion protocol now.
Oh, boy.
And we heard that several times in the press box yesterday, different players being evaluated for concussion. B.J. Green was, Bashal Tutu was,
saw that.
but both, or at least Bashal I know was definitely cleared.
Okay.
I don't know
about
if
B.J.
B.J. Green went back into the game or not, but
Yeah.
we'll find out on Wednesday's injury update as far as that is concerned. And Parker Washington obviously held out with the hip injury, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's held out another game, just depending on how things go, because this team has learned that it can put backups in, like an Austin Trammell into punt return, and things are okay.
How about Tim Patrick? I mean, come on, the guy's turning out to be one heck of a target for Trevor Lawrence. It's absolutely fantastic.
It's so wild.
I know.
Literally, your best receivers, Jacoby Myers and Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
But obviously, Brian Thomas Jr. is starting to surge as well.
You can see Patrick's confidence, too. Like, he's running routes. He's very confident running the routes. Trevor's very comfortable going to him, very comfortable going to Jacoby. You could tell he's still comfortable going to Brian Thomas. Just made some great throws and great
Strange,
catches.
He's always had a good rapport with.
Yep, and the swing passes, I love those to Travis, man. They are tough to stop. They did one to Jacoby, too. That was a great one. And, play calling was on point. It was, again, it's I tell you what, I'm sure they're off till Wednesday. If I'm Liam, I'm like, I'll see you guys Wednesday, man.
Yes.
Enjoy
he said Victory Monday.
Yeah,
my guess is that's what from the locker room video that the Jags put out, and the Jaguars.com does such a great job with those. My guess is he said like Victory Monday, and then we pick up the video after that, because they were already yelling. I don't know. Maybe he said something else.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was my guess, as he announced it's Victory Monday. Obviously, they're already off Tuesday.
Yeah, well deserved. There's nothing. It's great. Believe it or not, Coughlin would give us those when we would get.
It.
I'm telling you, it was unbelievable. It was awesome. Oh my God!
But you have to reward these guys for working so hard. And Liam said that as a staff, they recognized like on Wednesdays they can't go as hard at certain points in the season because it's been so grueling. You would never know that Liam Coen is a first-year head coach.
No,
He's never done this before.
And for the record, even though they have off, a lot of guys will go to the stadium and they'll work out, they'll get treatment, they'll get in the sauna, the cold tub, take care of themselves a little bit. So it's not like, now guys that lived out at the beach, I never really made it all the way in on my off day. I just did my own stuff at the beach. But you do, it's not just laying around doing nothing. You got to still do your stuff.
Body right.
You got to get the body right. Still got to start looking at your game plan. You want to hit the ground Wednesday. You don't get the game plan till Wednesday. We want to hit the ground running on Wednesday. So you want to be just prepared. Have your fun. Sure. Eat your cake and have it too. It's all good. And then come Wednesday, you got to be ready to rock and roll. And when you do that, the coach, man, he feels great, because what does that mean? I got a bunch of pros here. I got a bunch of mature guys that aren't going to just, go off and get in trouble and screw off and not show up on time or not show up in shape or whatever the case may be. They're all dialed in. They're going to go have their fun, and they should. I don't care if they travel or not. Just be back by Wednesday. I know plenty of guys who went down to Miami on Sunday night when we had Monday and Tuesday off. I wasn't one of them, but I know guys that would, and it was great. Good for them.
This team doesn't reek of that to me. Like
You can't do that today. Think about it. The cameras, the phones, and all that stuff.
Social media,
you can't hide.
The Jets, who the Jaguars play on Sunday, their most recent game, they lost to the Dolphins 34-10 yesterday.
Yep.
So certainly it's been a struggle at quarterback for them as well. Tyrod Taylor was knocked out, so Brady Cook played the game. 14 of 30, 163 yards, 2 interceptions.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be the opposite, I feel like, of going into this Colts game where the entire city's on fire.
Yep.
I mean, they're excited for you, but the Jags-Colts matchup for the true sole position of first place in the AFC South was something that those players spent all week thinking about.
Yep.
The Jets aren't playing for anything, right? Like that's
No, they're
totally
not,
different. It's a
but
3-win team. I'm not saying they're not feisty,
No, I know.
but it's
You can
totally
still lose
different.
to them.
Of course,
You know
can.
you could still lose to them if you don't show up, but they'll show up because they know what's coming up behind them.
Yeah.
They saw it. Everyone saw it. The world saw it. You know, the Houston Texans they're on fire right now. We're on fire too. So just because people are like, well, Houston's a good team. Well, we're a good team too. And if we fight again, it's going to be a hell of a fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that one. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Legit
but
fighting might occur.
It's going to. Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
And I love it. But that remains to be seen. But that's why you have to still have the same vim and vigor.
Yep.
Because they are a professional team. You know, they've got players. They got guys that can play this game. And if you don't show up and be ready, you're gonna regret it because you don't want to drop one now. You don't want to. I think Houston's next 2 games are not Oakland, Raiders and the Cardinals, maybe.
It's Cardinals this Sunday in Houston,
And then the Raiders.
and then the Raiders in
Okay,
Houston.
so Cardinals they'll probably both give them a little bit of a run. I mean, you'd think they would. I mean, look, Denver only beat the Raiders by 7. One like they blew them out, which was weird. Did you see the ending of that with I think the spread was. What was the spread? Like it was weird. Like they actually kick a field goal and they didn't have to, but they did anyway, and they killed the spread.
Oh darn!
Oh darn! Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, man, it's a great time to be alive in Jacksonville. You fans deserve it, and the players and coaches have earned it. So it's a beautiful thing, and you got to make sure that you look at the Jets in no other fashion than we got to win this game. We need this football game. We still got some tough
You need
games.
everyone.
Hey, Indy's not going to be whoever the quarterback is back at home. They get the running game going. Not that people have, but you just never know on any given Sunday. They could cause a problem. You know that Denver's going to be a tough out. They will. It's okay if you drop one in Denver, but you don't want to drop one. You want to win them all.
No, I'm going to be there. I want to win that one.
No,
win
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
But my point is, right, so we got the Jets.
Yeah. Stay laser focused.
Houston has Cardinals.
Yep.
Then we got Denver, and then they got the Raiders.
Then they're at the Chargers.
Okay.
The Texans are at the Chargers, and then they finish the season with the Colts.
Okay, and then we got Indy and Tennessee. So, every game, game, man, it's going to mean something. It's going to be awesome.
For sure. All right, I lied. Tom's takeaways await on the other side.
All right.
You're listening to Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday. They are the best in the business. They have 6 locations around Jacksonville, and they do a ton for our community. You can find them online. WeKeepJacksRollin.com. It's a Victory Monday on 1010X on 92.5 FM.
Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
It's the state championship, and the Bulldogs' 12th title is on the line against Cardinal Mooney of Sarasota. Wednesday at 7 on 1010 a.m.
Helmets and Heels.
Backed by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Lauren Brooks here. With over 1,800 5-star Google reviews, it was such an easy decision to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages, laundry rooms, and so much more. Closets by Design will design custom storage solutions for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Trust me. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call today, 904-878-9393, or find them online, closetsbydesign.com.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Ready for huge holiday savings? It's the Expert Automotive Giving Garage. This Christmas, they're driven to give back. Bring in any new wrap toy donation and get $50 off any service. That's $50 off repairs, diagnostics, or maintenance just for helping a child. Plus, they're giving you 50% off your oil change. $50 off any service with a toy and 50% off oil changes. The Giving Garage at Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 8th, 2023, Victor Wembanyama becomes the youngest player in league history to record 20 points and 20 rebounds in a game at 19 years and 38 days old.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mice and rats show up in your home or business, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast, before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents and will keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online just like I did. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
The holidays are around the corner, and the last thing you want is a septic emergency. Call Duck Duck Rooter and schedule your septic tank pump out or full system inspection. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
There's lots of reasons to use Coen flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is RJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Coen Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to CoenFlowers.com and make someone's day.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Don't stop believing. That's right. Some people wanted to jump off the bus back when the Jags lost back-to-back games against the Seahawks and then the Rams over in London because, of course, the Jags got demolished in that game.
Yep.
But don't stop believing. This team has grit.
They do.
This team has each other's backs.
Yeah.
And this team went out yesterday and improved to 9-4 with 4 games left.
And their players are playing like their coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
fun to
Does that make
see.
sense?
It absolutely
Yep.
does.
They are. They're, and I tell you, and who knows? I think it was all genuine. Like it was just kind of it happened. But think about, keep my name out of your beeping mouth, Mr. Saleh, after the San Fran game, right? I mean, think about that. Like everyone's like, "Whoa, Liam!" Real like, and he's like, "Oh, look!" And then guess what? His team. They act like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go pick a fight? Let's go pick a fight. You want to say something to my face? Say it to my face. Let's go. You want to go get on the ground and see who can hit harder? Let's go. Like, you can see it. And he has that fire, which from the very first Duvall that he did. So now you're just like, what is he? He's like Clark Kent going into Superman. Like, it's unbelievable.
Well, his very first Duvall was excellent. He did it in front of like a bunch of Jags staff members, and the Jags put it out on video, and I was like, yes.
Right.
And then the press conference, obviously he was nervous. And look, if you go back, put yourself in Liam's shoes.
No,
right?
I know.
Your first time, this is your dream job.
Yeah.
You've got your family. You have to make sure you thank everyone. You're going to talk about, how close you are with your dad. Your dad's been your hero. He's been he's been a football coach, and you've channeled that same life.
Yep.
And for the first time, probably publicly, he had to acknowledge his mom's passing, right? And there's a lot in there. Your little kids are, your sons are there, and you're trying to set the tone. And yeah, I think he was a little nervous. Now, if you given the opportunity,
Rocket.
Yeah, I think he'd make fun of himself, and then he'd give
I just think
the best
his
Duval.
persona to
But
real.
for sure.
It's just great. I love it all. I love it all. I could play
I'm
for that
happy
guy.
he's ours.
I
Yes.
could play for him all day long, man. I'd go fight for him if he needed any help out there.
Yeah, and he knows he's got LaQuinn Allen and Trevon Walker too, so he's good to go. All right, time now for Tom's takeaways.
Now.
Okay, it's go time.
Tommy's Takeaways. Jacked up by J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We are here for you. Veteran owned and operated.
Okay, my takeaway today, we're going to take a little sidebar turn from the Jags. And I'm not the aficionado on college football, and I don't have a dog in the fight. But, man, it just feels like it's all screwed up. It just feels like so much is wrong with college football until they play on the field, and then it goes away, I think. I don't think about those things. But in between, it does. It just feels like it's not right. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't care if Notre Dame's in. I don't care Miami. I don't really care. But the way they did it just seems so strange. And look, no disrespect to JMU and Tulane. I don't think they should be at the big boy table. It's for the top conferences, and they have their own, right? I mean, they could do their own little playoff thing. I'm sorry. By the way, one of my dear friends' kids plays for JMU. He got hurt this year, but he played center for him. He's senior. But I don't know. I just feel like, because come on, think about it. If JMU played Notre Dame right now, who would win that game?
Notre Dame.
Okay. So if Miami played them, who would win?
Miami.
How about Tulane? I know, no disrespect to John Summerall. Maybe give him a run for the money. I don't know. They were 8-4 this year. I don't know who they played, but, you would think that Notre Dame would beat up Tulane. Wouldn't you think that? I would think that. I would think Miami would beat them.
I can give you an answer of who Tulane played.
Okay.
This is a rematch of the game when they already played Ole Miss. Ole Miss won 45-10.
Right. Okay.
And yes, Ole Miss now doesn't have Lane Kiffin, but
Right.
Charlie Weiss Jr. is still there. He's going to be calling the plays.
Right.
Good on him. And
That's
yes,
right.
John Summerall is going to stay with Tulane, so it might be closer, but they don't have the amount of good players that
Right.
the Power Four schools do.
So-
it's an absolute mess, is what it is.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. The bracket's a mess.
And again, in Notre Dame, they all have a beef. The ones that I think most of them have a beef, whether you're whoever you are. But Notre Dame take. But at the same time, they're not in a conference. Like, it's all screwed up. Like, you have to get everybody in the same box and then take the best of the best and figure out how they can play each other and then have a true national champion.
Yeah, I believe that you have to require, let's say, the Big 10 and the Big 12, that every Big 10 school for 1 year has to play at least 2 Big 12 schools. And then the next year has to play at least 2
Fair.
SEC schools. And then the next year has to play ACC. And,
Right.
and you keep switching amongst the Power Four.
Right.
And yeah, maybe the group of 5 should be just left out entirely, but they don't want to be, clearly, because this is excellent money for their programs. But
It
James
is.
Madison
Okay.
may as well enjoy it because Billy Napier's taking over, and I don't think he's going to get you to the college
Okay.
football playoff.
Well, what? Okay. JMU is James Madison is going to play Oregon, right? So if Oregon smokes their ass, which I'm assuming they're going to, maybe I'm wrong, and for JMU's sake, I hope I'm wrong.
Sure.
Will that end it? Like, I mean, I know one and done's harsh, but at the same time, like, I don't know. My point
if
is,
both the group of 5 schools get demolished,
yeah,
yes, I think they need to change the rules again. They changed the rules for this playoff. Why
Yeah.
can't they change the rules for next playoff?
well, they
can.
need to change a lot of things in college football to get them all on the same page. If you're really truly going to have the best
Right.
team in the entire country, then everybody has to go through the same. Don't get rid of the conference championships. Just make everybody in a conference. It's a lot easier that way, I think, than.
But see, like if Alabama had gotten left out, that would have been impetus for the SEC championship to go away. Because if you're going to, like BYU's argument is, had we not played for the conference championship and lost as bad as we did, we would have made the playoff.
Yeah, but you did.
And I understand that.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe instead of taking those away, put Notre Dame in a conference, make all the Power Fives have a conference championship.
Yeah. See, I think Notre Dame doesn't have to
problem.
join a conference to play in a conference championship, but no conference would allow that. I understand that too.
Yeah.
Like, I think they can join forces, let's say now with the Big Ten. And if Notre Dame has a certain record, a certain amount of wins and fewest losses, then they could be in the mix with the Big Ten. But why would the Big Ten allow that? That's taking money away from one of their schools. But the conference championships, don't be surprised if they don't exist in 5 years.
Yeah.
I know they make a lot of money, and I agree with you, but what if Gunnar Stockton had gotten hurt for Georgia, just as an example, in this game, and then Georgia's out once if the committee at that point in time could have said, oh, well, Georgia can't make the playoff because we don't have their quarterback like they did to Florida State 4 years
Which
ago.
I think is a jackass rule. I think that's one of the stupidest rules. I mean, it's a team sport.
Sure.
The team earns that right to go to these things, to go to the playoffs. Anyway, that's my takeaway today. I know it was long-winded, and we got into it. Brought to you by my friends at J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Get your free estimate today. But yeah, I don't know. I hope they can figure it out and bring it together. It's going to take time. I understand that, but to me, it's like, and then Notre Dame doesn't want to play in a bowl game, which I don't care if they play. I'm not going to watch it anyway, but that just sends a bad example, too, in my opinion.
But I bet they did look at what happened to Florida State. Florida State got absolutely
but they didn't show up.
Hammered by Georgia.
They shouldn't have even played because none of their players showed up.
And can you guarantee, and of course you can't, but can anyone guarantee that the Notre Dame players are going to play in that game?
I would think Marcus Freeman maybe could bring him. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know I don't know. It's tough. That's what I'm saying.
It is very tough.
Yeah, maybe
if
you don't want to play.
Win a national championship, why be in a bowl game? And then that's going to ruin the bowl system as we know it, because how are the bowls going to continue on if teams are as the status that Notre Dame has if they're declining that play?
Well, in my opinion, I've said this for years. I don't think 6-6 should go to a bowl. I really don't think 7-5. I think you should be 8-4
but they
or better.
have so many bowls that they
get
need
rid of the
teams.
fat, Lauren. That's part of the fat I'm talking about. It's too many bowl
Trim
games.
the fat. All right, more to do on the other side. You're listening to Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday on 1010X on 92.5 FM.
He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL. Helmets and Heels from the Greenlaw Group Studios.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday, the local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Prosser here. The Drill will be live from the West Side for Trinity Christian Academy's baseball team's first annual golf tournament. It's at Eagle Landing Golf Club. Nationally ranked Trinity Christian Academy baseball, golf, and the Drill. Join from 6 to 10 this Friday.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Get ready for an unforgettable evening of purpose and community impact at Trinity Christian Academy's second annual gala. Every gift helps students grow in faith, purpose, and impact for generations to come. And you're invited to be part of it. Want to make an even bigger difference? Sponsor a table. Email tlyons@tcajax.org to secure your spot. Tables and tickets are limited, so email tlyons@tcajax.org today. And let's build a legacy together.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Coen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Picking here, this holiday, skip the gift that gets returned. I got a better idea. Give a custom pool from Surfside Pool. It's the ultimate present. Memories, relaxation, and instant hero status. Surfside Pools handles new builds, custom designs, heating, and weekly maintenance, so you get all the credit. Warning, may cause excessive smiles and backyard envy. Save the holidays, turn your backyard into paradise. Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Float happy, gift responsibly. License number CPC 044080.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush. I'm Max Fink with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Zero Res. The Bulls Bulldogs defeated Cardinal Gibbons Friday night 42-20, punching their ticket to the state championship this Wednesday night, where they'll face Cardinal Mooney, with that game airing on 1010 a.m. The 5th-ranked Florida Gators basketball team will face 15th-ranked Florida Gators basketball team will face the 5th-ranked UConn Huskies tomorrow night at 9 on 1010 a.m. It's 58 degrees at 3:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Tom McManus, RJ Saunders, I'm Lauren Brooks with you. Taylor Dahl off today. She'll be back with us tomorrow. As Max just mentioned, huge game tomorrow night for the Florida men's basketball team, taking on UConn in Madison Square Garden.
Cool.
Florida's now dropped to 18th in the country after losing to Duke by a point. Had they won that game, maybe would have been in the top 10, but now face UConn ranked 5th in the country tomorrow night. So, yeah, it's
That's fun that they play these big games so early.
It is
That
fun.
is fun because
And
it doesn't kill
hurt
you either, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't kill you in
We
the
were
end.
thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, which is nice. You know, and again, it's different because there's so many games, but with football, it does hurt you.
Absolutely.
It's isn't it weird how I mean, granted, it's a lot more games, so it's different. But
Right.
at the same time, with football, you're like, do I play this tough team now or do I wait?
Well, like after Texas being left out of the playoff,
Yeah.
and they had scheduled a tough non-conference game at Ohio State to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
Now teams are probably going to look at that and say we shouldn't schedule those. Now, obviously, had Texas won it,
Yeah.
they'd be in the college football playoff, but that's not how life works.
I just don't, I know it's all a system, but like even if you lose that first week, okay, you're supposed to be better at the end. You know what I mean? Like, so if I like Alabama,
Like, that's Notre Dame's argument.
right?
They won 10 straight.
Now, in my opinion, the argument against Notre Dame is they didn't really beat anybody. Now, they beat them soundly, but including my Eagles. They didn't really beat anybody. I mean, I think the highest ranking
Maybe
was
Pitt.
which was 22. Good call, or 21. So that's a good win, but it's not like they, beat. They lost to Miami and Texas A&M, close games,
Right.
but they're L's. And then I don't know.
Yeah, the head-to-head with Miami obviously is where the committee looked at it and said we can't put, even though last week and the last few weeks they had Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami,
right?
But they don't need to release those until after the season ends, or the regular season ends, is my thought process. But not just the regular season because the conference championships also. But either way, at the end of the day, I think they got most of it right. I just don't think you need 2 Group of 5 schools. And I think most people who are going to watch the playoff would tend to agree with that. Even if you are a Tulane fan or a James Madison fan, you don't need 2 Group of 5 schools. If they get one, they get one. But they do not need 2.
Yeah, I agree with that. I might not even have one, although you make a case with Boise State. We talked about off the air. Yeah, so
they earned their way in.
It's a good argument.
Sure. Yeah. All right, I want to talk about the Heisman Trophy, so time now for Lauren's Lane.
Now, Lauren's Lane. Opened up by Closets by Design. Imagine your home totally organized.
So I do not care who wins the Heisman Trophy. I'm not going to watch the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I truly do not care. This year, there are some good quarterbacks, and the likes of Fernando Mendoza or Diego Pavia, certainly one of them will win the Heisman Trophy. Fine, good, whatever. Fernando Mendoza led his team to beat Ohio State. Massive win in the Big Ten championship. They won 13-10. His stats overall: 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for almost 3,000 yards. Fine, good. Diego Pavia, 3,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But his team doesn't make the college football playoff. So my guess is Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman Trophy. I literally don't care.
No, I don't either. I thought Pavia was the most exciting college football player, at least out of those two.
I think between he and Haynes King, it came down to them.
Out
as
of
far
Georgia
as just
Tech.
most exciting.
Yeah, I'll tell you what really impressed me with Mendoza was against Penn State. He threw that pick late, and then that next drive he went right down the field. And then, of course, that great catch. He put it in the nice spot, but a great catch more than a throw. I just hope this, if he does win, can some PR firm get him to speak a little different or something? He's a goofball, that guy. Holy cow. I saw his post-game interview. Yeah. He was all excited, jacked up. Hey, man, it's Indiana. Are you kidding me? It's like Hoosiers. I mean, I know they're named Hoosiers, but it's like the movie Hoosiers. Like that's
but in football, that's in football. Wild.
Yeah, it's just crazy that they're even there, but they earned it. I mean, they got it done, and that was a heck of a game against Ohio State. Physical ball game. But,
how do you miss a 27-yard field goal? Like, how on earth? I mean, I know the
kickers.
The hashtag college kickers is a thing on X for a reason because we watch college kickers miss a lot of field goals that they should make. But come on, man. I did appreciate Clark Lee. He said Clark Lee and Vanderbilt did not make the college playoff.
Yep.
But he said the message for his team, we had control over this, so we didn't do enough.
Yeah.
I like that message if you're Clark Lee, by the way, who says it while wearing a hat that says Heisman, and the S is a number 2 for Diego Pavia, so obviously stumping for his guy. But I appreciate that versus the way that Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame handled it.
Well, okay, that's a great point. I was just thinking that. Like, why can't Notre Dame say that? Like, hey, you know what? We did we ripped off a bunch of wins, and we beat teams soundly, but
we didn't do enough.
And we didn't beat enough ranked teams to really put us in that position. Let's go play the bowl game and get ready for next year.
And
I don't know.
Circling back to Notre Dame not being in a conference, so obviously every game they schedule is a non-conference game, despite, I guess, if they have a relationship with the ACC and playing 5 or so ACC teams. But like every other game, they have to work to schedule it. So they have to have, it takes 2 to tango. They have to have another school being willing to schedule them.
Yep.
If you were in a conference, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, they need to get in a conference. And if I'm a conference, you got to figure out the money. But I'd want them in my conference. Why not? I mean, all that following. You know what I mean? I mean, you're adding to your conference.
The
it's
Gold
Notre
Helmets,
Dame.
Touchdown Jesus, South Bend, Indiana. I get it all. But right now, Notre Dame makes more not being in a conference through the TV deal with NBC than they would by joining a conference.
But that prestige is over. I mean, come on. It's not
Are you
like
gonna
Notre
say
Dame.
This with Taylor here tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, Notre Dame, I got nothing against Notre Dame. They're obviously a great program. They have been for a very long time. But they're not the darling they used to be. I'm surprised they're still on NBC every week, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't know. You go back to back when they won titles and things like that. Yeah, they were
I mean, they played
formidable.
for the national championship last year.
Yeah, that's true.
They just didn't win it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they need to get brought back into, like, why not be in the same conference with Ohio State? You play Michigan State almost every year, don't you? Or used to, and I would cut, Minnesota. Sorry, Golden Gophers, but you're part of the fat. I might even cut Northwestern and tell them to go play James Madison and that whole group. You know what I'm getting
What about
at?
Rutgers? Does Rutgers stay in?
No, probably not. But BC might not stay in either. I got to be honest with that. They're like, and so would
the chopping
Rutgers.
block.
Yeah, they'd be like right there on the edge. Do you keep them? Do you not keep them?
That'll be a fun exercise over the summer. We'll come up with 32 teams that make Tom McManus's
I
final.
think you need more than 32.
Okay, I'm
We'll
modeling
come
it
up
after
with
the
a number.
NFL.
Maybe like 40.
64.
Yeah, maybe it's
64.
Yeah, maybe.
Have a
Maybe,
16 team
something like
playoff.
that. I
Yeah,
don't
like I said, fun exercise over the summer. All right, when we come back, we will go around the NFL. But you know what? Let's give something away.
Let's do it.
Let's give something away in honor of the holidays. $50 gift card to Chicken Salad Chick and a $50 gift card to Gotham City Limit Comic Store. For more great gift ideas, go to the 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide at 1010XL.com. Be caller number 3 right now. 641-1010. You will win all of that. And like I said, 1010XL Holiday Gift Guide right now at 1010XL.com. It's Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It takes all cylinders working together to complete a successful drive.
We need a drive right now.
Listen for the Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville Drive of the Game
Need a drive right now.
on 1010XL.
We gotta finish.
Helmets and Heels.
Protected by
Green Law Group. For the insured. Fighting for you.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Hey, Tommy Mack here. When it comes to glass, you don't want average, man. You want flawless. And Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to those Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee, baby. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote today. There's only one name for glass and mirror, and it's Duval.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels.
Enjoy the scenic views at Twin Peaks while you sip on half-price wine by the glass, select draft beers, and Jaeger Bomb specials into the night with Rick Ballou is live 6 to 8 this Wednesday at none other than Twin Peaks, Atlantic, and Kernan.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
If Santa had a pit crew, it'd look a lot like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Fast, friendly, and they get the job done in 15 minutes while you stay in your car. No appointment needed. Just pull up and let their technicians handle the rest. With convenient locations, a 4.7-star national rating, and ranked #1 Quick Lube by Forbes, Valvoline delivers service even Santa would trust. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, helping Jacksonville reduce the stress of holiday travel.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
Save some money this holiday season and buy pre-owned. That's right, pre-owned. Pre-owned guns, guitars, surfboards, tools, and especially jewelry. Buy big, save bigger at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Fine Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise.
All right, so looking ahead, Tom McManus, the Jaguars, obviously, like we talked about, play host to the New York Jets, a 3-win football outfit as of now. Then the Jaguars traveled to the Broncos. Let's talk about the Broncos here for just a minute. The Broncos yesterday won their 10th straight game. They beat the Raiders, like you mentioned, by a touchdown, 24-17. And this Sunday, the Denver Broncos play host to the Packers. The Packers, of course, yesterday beat the Bears for first place in the NFC North. I feel like that Broncos-Packers game at 4:25, like I said, is one of the better games of the entire weekend.
I agree. I love December football when it means something. You know what I mean? Even two different conferences, but they both got to win to stay in their seeding or stay ahead or win their division or whatever the case may be. Look, the NFC North is no different than the AFC South. You got Detroit nipping on the heels, and they ain't backing down either. So you got to stay ahead of the game. So that's a big game for both of them. Of course, Denver like to keep their seeding. They're number 2 right now, right behind New England. Is New England still number 1?
AFC.
In the AFC, yeah.
Yes, they are first place in the. They both have 11-2 records.
Right.
The Patriots and the Broncos. The Broncos at this point in time are, like I said, 11-2, and then the Chargers are 8-4. So you think that the Broncos would win the AFC West.
Yep.
But you never know.
That's right. I mean, look, Chargers got a big game tonight against Philly. Philly needs a victory, and so do the Chargers. I mean, Chargers, you fall behind because you got to think. 10-7 may get you in as a wild card. Like you may have to, win some tiebreakers. I wonder if 9-8 will. I don't know. I haven't really done the math there. Like who would be that 9-8 team? It could be maybe Houston, depending on how they finish. I don't know, but I would think at least 9 gets you the wild card. 10, I don't think it's guaranteed you're in as a wild card either. You know what I mean? I think you got a good shot at it. But nonetheless, look, you got to. That's what these games are for, man. It's so much fun. They're like playoff games. They really are. And the thing is, you don't want to, as a team, keep saying it's a playoff game because, you run out of playoff games and you lose them. You know what I mean? You don't want to, get too crazy too early. You want to keep that poison, that type of thing. So I think our team's in a great spot. Now the next challenge is, can you handle this success and take care of business against the Jets? That shows grit. That shows mettle. That shows that your team is absolutely together if you do that. I think they can, and I think they will. But I want to see it, too, because that'll show me something. That'll say, like, okay, they can't. Because remember, years past, even earlier this year, you knew how they handled defeat. They come back and win. Most of the time. Sometimes when they win, you're like, do they handle it well? But it seems like they're handling it well. But this will really show us because the Jets aren't very good, and they just came off a massive emotional win against the Indianapolis Colts to now be first place. Can you take that same vim and vigor and bring it to the Jets and show this entire NFL that you are for real? They believe you're for real now. I know Liam doesn't want anybody to, and that's fine. You got to motivate guys. However you got to motivate them, it's fine by me. But if you beat the Jets, it'll just show that, okay, these guys ain't messing around.
Just keep showing the fourth quarter of the Texans game in Houston. Literally, the moment that they start to feel themselves or read their press clippings or whatever cliche you want to use, you put that game on repeat, which Liam talked about it last night. That loss was good for them at this point in time. So right now, the 1 seed in the AFC is the Denver Broncos, and then Patriots
they are
the
1.
2
Okay,
seed as of
thank
now.
you. Interesting.
Jaguars 3, Steelers 4, which I still don't know what's going to happen in the AFC North.
Yeah.
At this point in time, the Steelers did beat the Ravens to move
Yeah,
to
that was a good
7-6,
game, Andy.
which, it sure was, and you called that one. And then the Bills 9-4, the Chargers 8-4, like you mentioned, Chargers play tonight, and the Texans 8-5.
Hey, Burrow gave 'em a run for their money in Buffalo.
Yeah, but you throw 2 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. That certainly doesn't help you.
In the snow.
That game,
was fun
so
to watch.
because that was obviously at the same time as the Jags game, I was just watching the highlights as they would roll through.
Yeah.
And I was like, that field is like, I know some Jags fans that are going to Denver want a snow game because we don't often get that, not in snow that often. But I don't want that for this team.
I grew up in it. It's not that great, trust me. It's okay to throw snowballs and stuff. Maybe build an igloo, little fort. Other than that, you get over it quick. Trust me.
Yeah, I'd be perfectly fine. The farthest out on my 10-day future weather shows for Denver, highs in the low 50s and lows in the 30s, but sunshine.
Yeah.
So again, there's still plenty of time for that forecast to change, but hopefully it's something like that in 2 weeks. But one thing to talk about last night, Texans beat the Chiefs. Both you and Taylor knew the Texans were going to win. I stupidly picked the Kansas City Chiefs at home. I thought Mahomes' magic would not run out, but I feel like it has. And for the first time in his career, they're not going to win the AFC South.
How about
the
that?
AFC West. That's 9 straight.
Isn't that wild?
That is insane.
I know what a legacy they've built there, but it's a what have you done for me type of league.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately?
They're struggling right now. They're really struggling That's a team that's hoping they get in at 9-7 or 10-7. That's the best they're going to be able to do. With that 7th loss now. So, look, it's out with the old, in with the new. Maybe that's great. It's
like
great.
college football with Indiana.
Yeah,
you blink and a new team has taken over. Look, I think we knew Sean Payton would be able to revitalize the Broncos. And after the Russell Wilson, Nathaniel Hackett debacle, this team obviously is playing well. I think the biggest question, and not to overlook the Jets, but we're not playing, so we can do this.
We can do it.
The question is going to be that Jags offensive line that has been playing well, but can they handle that Denver defensive front?
Yeah, they're really good up front. Bonito had a sack at least yesterday. He's got a ton of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bonito off the edge. The interior is very, very strong. One of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's actually a Boston College graduate. Came from Arizona. His name escapes me right now. I know Lauren's on the computer. She'll get it.
I was going to tell you Nick Bonito now up to 12.5 sacks.
12 and a hook.
But he's still behind, the likes of Myles Garrett.
Oh, Myles Garrett. Yeah, Myles is still rocking.
Who got to his 20th yesterday.
Wow.
With 4 games left.
He's going to break that record.
Yeah.
Who's the kid I'm talking about? Defense tackle. Where's number 99? He's an absolute beast. He's one of the best interior defensive tackles in the game for the Denver Broncos.
DJ Jones?
No.
I'm scanning through. That's the only one.
I don't know why I don't have his name. That's really awful. He's a Boston College grad. There's Zach something.
Oh, Zach Allen.
Zach
they
Allen.
They listed as defensive end.
Yeah, I'm sorry, defensive end. He's an absolute stud. Singleton, we heard his story, beating testicular cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good linebacker. They're really good up front on the offensive line, so our D-line's going to have their hands full, too. It's going to be a great matchup, but this is this is the kind of team you might play in the playoffs. So let's play them now and figure it out. And even if we don't win, that data will give give you a lot of data. Go back to when the last game of the year when the Giants played the Pats. Remember, Coughlin played his starters. They're like, no, they want to go for the record. We're going to go play them because what's it going to do? It's going to give us a chance to get them on film. And if maybe we meet them again, we maybe know how to compete with them. We maybe know how to figure them out. So it's a great thing for the Jags to play Denver at this late in the year. Of course, I want them at 10-4. I want them at 10-4 going to Denver. Not 9-5, 10-4, taking care of the Jets the way you should take care of them. You should take care of them the way you took care of Tennessee. Right? Tennessee's got ball players. They're good players. Yeah. But they're not a very good team. Same with the Jets.
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons is a beast, and he played really well yesterday as the Titans beat the Browns.
They did.
The Browns, speaking of them, they did announce today, Kevin Stefanski, that Shedeur Sanders will start the rest of the season at quarterback. His numbers yesterday, 23 of 42.
Yep.
So that was a ton of passing. 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Way to go, man. Good for him. That's awesome. I didn't know he did that well. I thought I read somewhere, heard, did Stefanski take him out for the 2-point and they missed the 2-point to tie it? Because they lost 31-29.
They did.
I thought that's what happened at the end of the game. I was like, well, why would you take him out? And if he did, I would wonder why too. You know, use that guy's athletic ability and playmaking moxie, man. Good for him. Good for him. He's come a long way. You know, he's come a long way from being humbled at the draft to being a 5th-round pick to, all the stuff that he's gone through. And, look, he's making it happen. It's funny. I was talking to my buddy Beef up in Chicago, and, he's like, no, he's not cocky. I'm like, yeah, he's cocky. He's like, no, he's not cocky at all. I said, yeah, what about after the game when he said, give me a week of practice and see what happens? He's like, oh, yeah, you're right.
I guess that's
he's a little cocky. But listen, you got to be somewhat cocky to play quarterback.
For sure.
You have to. You got to have that. Just kind of, I can beat anybody.
And you have to believe that you're the best player on the field almost.
With the football in their hands.
Yeah, with the football in your hands, for sure. In the NFC, by the way, the Rams have the 1 seed. They're 10-3. The Packers now 9-3-1.
Yeah.
Had the 2 seed.
Big win.
The Eagles, the 3 seed again. They play the Chargers tonight. Eagles are at 8-4. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7-6. The Bucks. That was my wild card, by the way. The Bucks beating the Saints. So I was paying attention to that game. The Bucks lost to the Saints. I'll just have you know.
How did New Orleans do it? Was it Shuck the quarterback?
That was at the same time as the Jags game, so I was only kind of watching.
I didn't pay attention. You keep seeing the scores, and you're like, oh wow, they're hanging around.
Well, I saw Tyler Shuck run one score in himself.
I think he had 2 rushing TDs, maybe. I thought I saw that maybe flash.
I see, 1 passing TD. Bucky Irving for the Bucks only had 55 yards on the ground.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield was 14 of 30 for 122 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
He hasn't had the magic this year.
I wonder if he's missing his offensive coordinator.
He might be.
Who was the play caller last year.
You know what? He
Liam
absolutely might be. I mean, there could be.
That's why I didn't think the Bucks honestly would win the NFC South.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the NFC South, who's going to win it?
Keep in mind, 2 OCs taken from him back-to-back years, so maybe that's a factor. But Baker hasn't had that magical touch this year. It doesn't seem. I thought he did earlier in the year. He really battled against Philly. That was a great game when we were in St. Augustine watching. Remember we were talking about that. Yeah. He really did battle, and he almost got that one, but just doesn't seem to be happening. We went from Baker. Baker can do it. Baker can do it.
Trevor's no Baker.
I don't know if I'm picking Baker right now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But that's the NFL, man. That's the NFL.
Yeah, the NFC South, the Bucks 7-6, Panthers 7-6. So
good for them.
And I believe they play each other maybe even twice to finish the schedule.
Wow, 2 out of the last 4 weeks?
And the answer is yes. So the Bucks play at the Panthers December 21st, same day as the Jags-Broncos game. And then to finish the season, the Panthers are at the Bucks. So
that's 2 weeks. 2 games.
2 out of the 3 weeks.
2 out of 3.
Yeah,
wow.
they have. Yeah, so
I love the NFL.
That's going to be.
I love how they schedule.
Yeah, fun to watch down the stretch there. To finish out the NFC standings, you've got the Seattle Seahawks have the 5th seed right now at 10-3.
Wow.
Yeah, because the Rams beat the Seahawks earlier this season. The 49ers at 9-4 have the 6th seed, and the Bears still a wild card spot as of today, 9-4. The Lions are just on the outside looking in at 8-5. It's as with the Panthers, like we talked about, 7-6.
A lot more ball to be played though in those 4 games. You know what I mean? Because anything can happen with those guys. Holy cow. And the Bears, you got to wonder, can they bounce back? That was an emotional loss. They went, listen, you thought that Green Bay was going to run away with it. I watched that old game, and then the Bears came back. You're like, wow, the Bears they're a pretty tough football team, and then Green Bay answered back, and then that Bears answered. You saw how at the end he went right down to the wire.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch, and Caleb's fun to watch.
Well,
I
it's
like
an electric crowd. That's what sucks you in, to me, especially like outdoor games in December.
Yeah.
It's 17 degrees.
Yeah.
The crowd is on fire.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
They
so
had a
fun.
picture of the game from the TV.
Yeah.
Did you see that where it was like the sun going down or just went down, and you see the upper deck suites of Lambeau, and you're like, the lights are on. It looked pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk about like a mecca for college football. I
never played there,
for
man.
NFL fans.
I never
the
got a
Jags
chance.
don't go very often, which is unfortunate. The Rams, by the way, this is their final 4 games. This Sunday, Rams play host to the Lions. Then the Rams at the Seahawks.
Oh.
Rams at the Falcons. That one should be fairly easy. And then the Rams finish playing host to the Cardinals. So
Ooh,
I feel like
next 2.
Yeah, that division is kind of still up for grabs between the Rams and the Seahawks.
Yeah, next 2 games, man. That's going to be. I just love it coming down to the wire, man. It's like, you think you're in the driver's seat, and you're like, I better, make sure I get another victory here and hope my, guy nipping at my heels doesn't, because that could change in an instant. Like you said, the West, NFC West, still got to be figured out. NFC South. AFC South, although we're in the lead, but
AFC North.
AFC, it's all right there. That's what you want out of football, though, don't you? Yeah, I mean, you want it to come down to the wire and see who gets in at the end.
Yeah, I would say the NFC East is still maybe, still have to be figured out. The Eagles 8-4, the Cowboys 6-6. So the Cowboys are still on the outside, obviously, but potentially they could still win that division, maybe. But you'd have to see a collapse of the Eagles down the stretch.
What are the Eagles, 8-4 right now?
Mm-hmm.
So if they lose tonight, 8-5. So then they're 2 games out or a game out.
Yeah.
Game and a half out. So
And,
Dallas, I don't trust Dallas, so
I can
I
understand
just
that.
don't. I mean, obviously they got a ton of talent. It really hurt when CD went out with the concussion last game, because he was having a phenomenal game. I like Dak. I think Dak's a really good QB. I wonder if he's clutch enough, to really put that offense on his back in a playoff game with everything on the line.
Yeah.
Would he come through for you? I think it's a 50-50 toss-up.
Now that I look at the schedules, I believe the Eagles will win the division probably fairly easily.
They
the Eagles
should.
have the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills. That's a tough one. And then the Commanders again. Jordan Daniels with another injury yesterday.
Saw that.
Yeah, that team, their postseason.
That was one I
hopes,
lost.
think, are over.
I thought Washington would do it. They got their butts beat.
That they did by the Vikings. All right, we will cool down on the other side. Keep it right here on Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday on 1010XL and 2.5 FM.
This is Helmets and Heels.
Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL. Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
After a 1-point loss to number 4 Duke, it's another top 5 blue blood. Florida, UConn, Tuesday at 8:30 on 1010 AM.
Mike Dempsey here, and it's commercial truck season at Duval Ford. Right now, your business can drive off with serious savings. Thanks to Section 179 of the IRS tax code, you can immediately deduct the full purchase price of qualifying new or pre-owned work trucks and equipment this year, instead of depreciating it over time. Upgrade your fleet, lower your tax bill, and get to work fast. Visit DuvalFord.com to explore inventory or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today for big number 1 Duval Ford.
It's a Helmets and Heels Big Chief Tire Monday.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, johnautomotivejacks.com.
Frank Franzi here from my bank, South State Bank. South State has been committed to delivering world-class customer service that businesses like yours and mine can count on. From personalized support to cutting-edge banking solutions, South State Bank has blended the trusted traditions we all value with the innovation you need for tomorrow. Whether you're managing cash flow or investing in growth, South State Bank is here to help you move forward. Visit southstatebank.com or visit your local branch today. That's South State, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm John Haney from Clearwater Gutters and Drainage. After heavy rains, the problems are obvious. Mulch blown out of your beds, water standing around your foundation, and that fancy new crater back behind your bushes. Let Clearwater Seamless Gutters help you solve the problem spots.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
Find out more at clearwaterjacks.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's 2 things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Spring will be here before we know it. So give them a call today and upgrade that area that needs it the most. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
I'm going to cool down with QB1, who is heating up. That would be one Trevor Lawrence. And here he is post-game yesterday on just how good he thinks this team can be.
You know, I think that's always, you always want that to be the thought process. I just feel like this team has done a really good job of really staying focused on the task at hand and taking it week by week, regardless of, the season we've had some crazy games. We had a lot of adversity, had a lot of great learning experiences. We've been through a lot, and I just every week I think we respond the right way. We don't always necessarily play our best. There's things that are going to happen in the game that you got to, make up for, and you got to make plays and have each other's back. And I think that's the great thing about this team is we've shown that we can win kind of however we need to, whether it's offense picking up the defense picking up the offense, special teams making huge plays. I think that's what you're seeing our team. We're a complete team. We're coming together every week more and more, especially at the end of the season when you have to do that.
Yeah, man, that's what they're doing, and he's he's gotten better. He has his ball placement on throws has been great. I love when he takes off and run. He's a tough guy. He's been tough since day one. That's never been a question about Trevor Lawrence. I think he's getting more comfortable in the game, more confident with just playing the quarterback position in Liam Coen's offense. I think the wristband has helped. I think it's simplified some things, helped him a little bit on some things. But I see the timing of his throws a lot better. Now, he missed a few yesterday, but that's okay. That's going to happen. And the rain didn't help. We know that.
Actually, the rain probably did help.
Yeah, right.
This passing offense, because it was the best it's been all season.
Yeah, that's true.
So bring on the rain then.
Although Jacoby dropped one over the middle.
He did. That was his first drop in a Jaguars uniform.
It was wet, I would imagine.
I would imagine too. But clearly Trevor has no issues in the rain.
No.
I mean,
He even made the commentators made a comment. He did a full pump fake, and they're like, "That's impressive, being able to hold on to the ball with one hand, full pump fake in the rain, and not lose the football."
Yeah, he's got sizable
Gigantic,
hands,
yeah. You got to. Listen, I told you when I saw Phil Rivers at church before the Chargers played us, he had an extra knuckle length on my hands. And I got big hands. I mean, literally, it was like, I'm like, what are you, like E.T. on every finger? It was unbelievable how long his fingers were.
An extra knuckle length.
I'm sorry, yeah, like an extra knuckle length. You're like, what the heck are those things? But that's what it takes to grab that football.
Easily, yeah, it's much more easy
big ball.
To grip the football. Absolutely.
But Trevor really has done a nice job. I think Liam's done a nice job putting them in really good situations. The play calling was really good yesterday.
They know each other now, right? Like what works, what doesn't work. Yes, I understand just a few weeks ago, Trevor had 3 interceptions against the Cardinals.
He had 3 touchdowns too. So
absolutely.
Yep.
And he's always going to keep battling. We know that about him dating back to the playoff year with the Chargers game. But I think to your point, Liam now knows what's better to call for Trevor. Even though as a former quarterback, Liam probably expected Trevor a lot of times to see things his way or see things a certain way, and for Trevor to make a decision that Liam would have made or would have called, right? But I think now he's finally understanding this is what Trevor's seeing, and this is how I can help Trevor.
I think we could definitively say that Trevor's accuracy has gotten better. Completion percentage still isn't the best, but his accuracy on throws, in my opinion, and timing of those throws has gotten a lot better in the past 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, the completion percentage, I think, would shock people that it was at 56.7%.
No, it was low.
Yesterday.
It was low. But, there's a few drops. He missed a couple, but he also made some tremendous. I said it.
Those deep passes were unbelievable.
They were very good. He missed on one, but that's okay. But most of them were good. Look, I think.
There was no pressure, so you feel like the completion percentage would be higher. But again, it was pouring down rain.
Yeah. Again, look, I said this a few weeks ago. I don't care about Trevor's stats. All I care about are W's, that he leads, and that he doesn't turn the ball over. I don't care how many yards he throws for. Would I like to see my QB throw for 300 every week for 3 touchdowns and a pick? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm not even a fantasy football guy, and that would be pretty cool. But at the end of the day, what does that actually mean? It doesn't mean anything if you're not winning. So if you're winning, that's the number one thing. So he's helping this team win. There's no doubt about that. He's not turning the ball over aside from the 3 touchdowns. He's been very good lately with that. He's putting the ball in the right spot for the most part. He's being on time. He's taking off and running it doesn't look like, earlier in the year he wasn't as defiantly running as he is right now. Like he's going. Like, there's no question when he's going.
I think he's worked through the mental scar tissue that existed from the previous years of getting injured
hurt. And he had multiple injuries, so you want to be.
Yeah, he had 5.
That's in the back of your head, thinking about that. But no, he's you got to credit him first, because I do think he's worked on his craft. And I think Liam's worked on it with him. He's shown him how important footwork is, showed him how important it is, hey, man, you got to get your body behind these throws. You'll have more accuracy when you do. You can't throw it falling off your back foot. You can't throw it with just your arm. You got to point your feet in the right direction. These are just things.
And then let it rip.
Don't be afraid to make a mistake. And he's telling him to run more, which is a good thing, because we all know that's a dagger in a defense when the quarterback can take off and run. Good call. He deserves every accolade. Again, I don't even care, because I don't care what we rank him at. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't care that he was the first pick overall, and I don't mean care in a negative way. I just mean I don't factor that in anymore. All I want him to be is our QB to win us, to lead us to victory. Don't make mistakes. Limit them. Don't turn the ball over. Limit them and lead your team to victory. And he's been doing that. So you got to give credit where credit is due. Is it the end all say all? No, it's not. We got to see how the year finishes. But if he continues to get better and better and better, watch out, because this team can go really far. If he starts clicking even more than he's clicking right now.
And one thing that he does so well is he spreads the ball around, so that keeps defenses on their toes, right? Like you can't just double team Brian Thomas Jr. and say, okay, well, we've got this as a defense, right? Like he's going to find multiple guys with the ball. Like Tim Patrick yesterday, I mean, the fact that he has more touchdown receptions than Brian Thomas Jr. tells you a lot about what Trevor Lawrence is able to do. Yes, BTJ was hurt for a little bit, but Trevor's going to find the open guy, and that's what Liam Coen's offense is predicated on. And that's what, again, I think that makes it more difficult for defenses. especially if the defense isn't getting the pass rush right away. You're asking your guys to cover for quite a while.
He had all day to throw yesterday.
Absolutely.
All day
And he
long.
didn't against the Titans.
No, he didn't.
Obviously
No.
give the
Right,
Titans
and look, P. Wash wasn't even out there.
Right.
Throw him into the mix, and you're talking about something even more special. So we'll keep it in perspective. It was a great win. He played great. We'll celebrate today. We'll collect all the data. We'll figure out how we can get even better, and then we'll look forward to Sunday. Take it on the Jets.
Right. You got that right. Pack the bank again, by the way. It wasn't just for the Colts.
That's right.
Coming to town
Yeah, they
for
need you, man.
first possession
Yep.
of first place, I should say. All right, Tal, one segment to go here on Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday. We'll bring you today's Pest of the Day on the other side, so keep it right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is Helmets and Heels.
Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
To get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast, and you need to keep them out. When pest issues arise at our house, I know Terminix will be there quickly, and I trust that they will eliminate said pests. At Terminix, they'll show up for you too and eliminate pests just as quickly because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule your free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Helmets and Heels.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. The local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Call State Farm agent Gene Coleman in Jacksonville at 904-764-4139.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613. Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
With the holidays right around the corner, and it's time to get ready for family and friends. What better way to do it than with Zero Res? Carpets, air ducts, hardwood, LVP, tile and grout, upholstery, rugs, and stone. Zero Res, they can handle it all. Call right now, 287-5727, or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell them you want the 1010XL special and get 20% off all hard surface cleaning, tile and grout, hardwood, and LVP. spots are filling up fast, so don't wait. Happy holidays from all of us at Zero Res.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Shot through the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
Hi, McGinnis, RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you. Taylor Dahl has today off. She'll be back with us tomorrow. No, she did not plan her vacation following Notre Dame missing the college football playoff and the Bears losing to the Packers. I promise she had it previously scheduled. She'll be back with us tomorrow, and we'll talk all about that college football playoff.
No doubt. It's obviously not making a lot of people happy, making some people happy. But
I mean, the
not a lot.
one thing is if you consider all the publicity that college football has gotten because of it, certainly they've gotten a ton of attention.
Yeah.
By the way, those first games, Oklahoma at Alabama, A&M at Miami, James Madison at Oregon, Alabama's at Oklahoma. Miami's at Texas A&M, and then Ole Miss plays host to Tulane, and then so the 4 teams with the bye: Indiana, Ohio State, Texas Tech, and Georgia.
I don't understand why if you get your ass thumped in the championship game that doesn't matter. Like
Alabama?
Why? Bama and BYU, they get thumped, but they got beat.
But BYU didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't make it.
No,
Okay,
they didn't
they're
make it.
out.
So they,
but
they
even
said
like
no
Bama.
to BYU, but they said yes to Alabama, probably because the SEC is a very powerful conference, would be my guess.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess.
Well, and I would imagine if Alabama played BYU, Bama would beat BYU. I mean, you don't do it like that, but I guess give you some. I don't know.
Who
I just
knows
think
how they do it at this
I think it
point in
matters.
time.
I think it matters if you win or lose your championship game, and I don't want them to go away. I think that's crazy. Like that's one of your goals. It's like in the NFL. What's your first goal? Win your division.
Absolutely.
Well, what's your first goal of college football? Win your conference.
Yeah.
And then you go to the conference championship, and then you really win it, and that means something.
Right. So Friday, December 19th is when we have Alabama at Oklahoma. That one kicks off at 8 o'clock. The Miami at Texas A&M is Saturday, December 20th at noon. Tulane at Ole Miss, Saturday, December 20th at 3:30. And then James Madison at Oregon, December 20th at 7:30. By the way, the Miami A&M game, is it not so ironic that the whole conversation was about how Notre Dame lost to A&M, lost to Miami, but now Miami's going to play A&M. All right, time now for today's Pest of the Day is always brought to you by my friends at Terminix. You can find them online at Terminix.com. That's TERMINIX.com. They take care of all of our pest control issues. They're going to come out later this week. We have tiny little ants that have come back, and so they're going to handle those. They'll handle all of your pest issues at your house or your business, just like they do at Everbank Stadium, ViStar Ballpark, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, and all of your favorite event venues around town. Although, by the way, I'm guessing yesterday all the pests were washed away at Everbank Stadium. All right,
No more anthills.
Yeah, today's pest is going to be a guy you've never heard of named Chance Trujillo. He is of Utah Tech, okay? He is a basketball player, and he was playing defense when Santa Clara's Alan Graves drove past him and dunked on him, okay?
Uh-oh.
Well, then Chance didn't like being dunked on, but, it does happen, Chance, I'm afraid to tell you. Well, he went ahead and punched Alan right after he got dunked on.
Wow.
You can't do that,
Yeah.
Chance. I know it sucks to get posterized, most likely, but you know what? It happens, and you then cannot go after a player and punch him.
Sounds like kid missed some spankings when he was younger or something. I don't know. He didn't get what he wanted, so he threw a punch. Nonetheless, Chance took a chance and
He
got his
did.
ass dunked on.
Only problem is if you do watch the video, Alan's teammates from Santa Clara, none of them go after Chance.
Oh,
You got to
nobody-
do
nobody
that.
decks Chance?
Nobody does, but
shame.
maybe that'll happen if they have a rematch. All right, let's say hello to the Frangie Show.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Do you prefer to talk Jags or college football? What's your preference,
Jags.
Carlin? Jags, all right. Let's focus on
The college football season has been awful.
It really has.
I mean, it's just been an awful college football season. It doesn't have anything
agree.
to do with the Gators and the Seminoles struggling. Just in general, it's just been a mess.
It really has.
I mean, who cares about James Madison and Tulane being in this thing? It's ridiculous. The Heisman Trophy winner is going to be the least interesting winner that we've had in 25 years. And it just has been a bad year. It's been more like complaining and just bad decisions than like great play on the field, and so I'm ready for it to all be over. But the NFL has been fantastic, and
Jags had great play on the field yesterday.
the Jags have been fantastic. So we'll certainly break all that down. Frank will be joined by Bucky Brooks at 5:15, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean they're a complete football team right now, and it's really fun to watch how they all play well together, all three phases, and they're tough and mature, so it's a good mix.
Who's having a better season, Travis Etienne or Devin Lloyd?
Probably Lloyd, just because he's second in the NFL in interceptions,
Yeah.
which for a linebacker is just ridiculous. So and he's only one off the lead in the NFL. So Etienne's having a really strong year, but if you're second in picks as a linebacker, like that's elite stuff. So Etienne, I'd say very good year. Devin Lloyd, exceptional year.
I was going to say Lloyd might be up for Defensive Player of the Year if he keeps it going. Although
if
Miles
people
Garrett
knew,
run with
I think nationally who he was,
Right.
he might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this will certainly be a big step for him. As his career progresses, hopefully it's here, but wherever it'll end up being. But yeah, just amazing stuff from Devin Lloyd. So great question. But yeah, fun Frangie show coming up.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
guys.
Beauty.
Well, that'll do it for us today. Taylor Dahl back tomorrow. So like I said, we'll talk all things Notre Dame, the college football playoff, etc. tomorrow. For Tom McManus, for RJ Saunders, for the vacationing Taylor Dahl, I'm Lauren Brooks. These heels are made for talking. We will talk to you tomorrow, but don't go anywhere. The frame